Kong.
More on China now, and you may remember it was quite a minor story, the discovery of a dozen cases of the COVID-19 virus linked to a hospital which was treating coronavirus patients arriving from abroad. This was in the Chinese city of Qingdao. Well, now the entire city of 9 million people is being tested, the authorities say, in 5 days. Is that even possible? Well, in China, apparently it is. BBC's monitoring China analyst Kerry Allen joins us now. That's why they're doing it. How are they going to do it, Kerry? Is this straightforward for China, or is this actually a big deal even for them?
It is very straightforward. There have been localized outbreaks very much since the beginning of the year. I mean, after the original outbreak of the coronavirus in Wuhan, when there have been localized outbreaks in, say, Xinjiang in the northwest of the country or Dalian in the northeast of the country, basically what has happened is the local authorities have said, right, everybody in this city or region is going to be tested. And this is what's happened with Qingdao. And in fact, a third of the population have already been tested. So basically what happened was within 24 hours of new cases being confirmed, testing stations were set up. People were queuing from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night. That's when these testing procedures were taking place. And people were getting swab tests. They were told that this was happening within 20 minutes. So there were lots of testing stations set up. And yet, 3 million people have already been tested out of a population of 9 million in the city. So, yeah, it's very straightforward. Everybody just understands that they can do this. That way it kind of eradicates the knowledge, the risk of people not having symptoms but carrying the coronavirus. And it's just done within a week.
Incredible. From what you say as well, it doesn't require the city to stop working. This is something that they can do while normal life and activity carries on. It's not like they're shutting the city down and then doing this testing.
No, exactly. Yeah. People have been used to as well wearing masks. I mean, this was a message that was very heavily enforced right back at the beginning of the year. And people do wear masks anyway in China when they feel sick. So, I mean, before the coronavirus, China learnt lessons from SARS in the early 2000s. And generally, I mean, it's common to see people in winter wearing a mask if they've got a cold, because they just want to avoid a situation where everybody, could suddenly get sick. So people have just been going about their business, wearing masks, and can carry on going to work, carry on going to school.
The other thing that surprised me, I mean, you mentioned 2 or 3 sort of similar cases and programs when they've done this. The very small number of cases, about a dozen of cases, huge response. I mean, the disparity between 12 cases and then 9 million people being tested, that's now what they do, is it? That's the Chinese policy.
Yes, that's very much what they do. Yes. I mean, also as well, the National Health Commission in China, which is the big authority on health matters. They dispatch teams to the area. There's people who recognise that they're on standby, medical workers from other cities, just in case this does turn out to be a big outbreak. That's what happened with Xinjiang, that because it's an area with a huge landmass, I mean, basically the size of Iran, there were medical teams that understood that they might have to suddenly go there. But this has been, straight away, as soon as new cases were recognised, people were under the, they knew that they might have to suddenly go to Qingdao. Everybody's going and getting tested. So, very straightforward, very quick.
Listen, many thanks indeed. China analyst for BBC Monitoring, Kerry Allen, with all you need to know about how to test 9 million people in 5 days for COVID.